Hey everyone, my name's Alexa,
And I'm Jessica.
and over the last few months, we have been working on a heart project.
Yes, a passion project. I'm so excited about it.
I love that, a passion project. And we know many of you have passion projects.
Yeah.
And we want you to join the fun and the adventure on what we've been doing.
Yes, and we are so excited to tell you about it today.
Today is the day we have been in anticipation. We have been in prayer. We knew the day would come.
Yes.
And finally, we felt like the release from the Lord to go ahead and do this. Now, before we tell you what it is, we want to give you a little background on this right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've known each other
For over 30 years.
30 years. That's 3 decades, y'all.
30 years. I know you're thinking, how can that be? They look like they're 35.
Oh, man. That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
But how old were we when we met?
so she's younger than I am. I was 18 years old.
And I was 17.
So we kind of knew each other like at 17, but we didn't get together until I was 18.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So we knew of each other.
Right.
Not in a good way.
And you will find out all of these great stories
Right.
very soon.
Yes.
So over the course of these 30 years, we have both worked in ministry.
Yeah.
We've both served the Lord at different capacities. We both have served our families. And we've just journeyed kind of parallel,
Yes.
right? But afar.
Right. That describes it perfectly. You literally we have lived in different parts of the country, like
Yeah.
complete opposites. Like I've been
Correct.
in Florida,
And
you
I
were
was in
Washington,
Washington State.
and then you moved to Texas,
And I moved to Texas.
and then I moved to Texas,
And she's in Texas.
for the first time
We are both
in all these years
together.
in the same state.
Correct. We met in New York.
Right.
That's where our journey began.
Yes.
And so when we came to the Lord, there was a promise that was made over us long time ago.
Yes.
And we held on to that in the back of our minds.
Always.
And
Always.
so
Yeah.
we feel like many times God says something, but it's not until his time is right.
Right. Yeah.
And it looks very different than what we had imagined.
Oh, completely different. But isn't that always what God does?
Definitely.
I mean, God gives you a word and we think in our own minds, this is the way it's going to come to fruition. And it literally never happens.
It
the way
literally
that we think about it.
never happens the way we think about it. And I'm glad because his ways are perfect and
Yeah.
his timing is perfect. Even though it may be very uncomfortable.
Yeah. 100%.
And
Yeah.
so
But that's how we grow.
and that's how we grow. And here we are.
Yeah.
All these years later, the promise that was made was that her and I would be doing ministry together.
Yeah. And we were thinking, how is this possible?
Right.
We live in completely different
Different.
opposite ends of the country.
In different time
And
zones.
different time zones. Like everything was different.
Sure.
And even though we were
And this
both
was
doing ministry.
before any of this was available.
Right. There was no,
Yeah.
like, I mean, we had the internet, but it
Right.
wasn't like it is now.
It was connected to a wire, and it was like,
Well,
right,
You know.
exactly. Sound effects. So we just didn't comprehend like
Right.
how does that work? Like, does it mean that we're working together in the kingdom,
yeah.
but not physically together?
Yeah. We just never knew how it was going to come together. And then again, it's all about timing, right?
Right.
And so, with modern day technology, right? And now
Everything
we
happens.
could literally, using the internet, be
What-
able to minister the good news all over the world.
Right.
And so anyway, so
So it's not in a space like we thought.
right.
It wasn't in a building like we thought.
Right. We
And-
thought maybe it was going to be church, like in the
Sure,
church.
inside
and
the
doing,
building of the
yeah.
And that's what we had imagined for over 30 years until one day Jessica heard my heart on something, and here we are. So it's time to tell you what we are doing. I'll let you take it away.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
For sure.
So because
Yeah.
We'll just give you a little explanation. We went to youth group together.
Yes.
And our pastor and everybody in the church used to call us Las Locas.
Ay, es que tú eres tan loca.
And so we love to tell the stories of what God has done in our lives and how God has shown up so many different ways. So we are calling this new project Las Locas Chronicles.
Yes.
So it's going to be a podcast on our lives and how God has shown up every single time, God has used our friendship and other people and how God has just shown up. And so anyway, we are so excited to share that with you because 30 years is a long time.
It is a long time.
And all the opportunities, that we've given God to just show up in our lives. You know, whether we wanted him to show up or not.
Mm-hmm.
And so
we are going to take this time, the chronicle part of it, right? And we've never taken offense to being called crazy. That's locas. We've always been like,
it's a term of endearment.
And even Jessica would be like, girl, you so crazy.
Yeah.
You know, she would always say that, but then we would end up doing whatever it was I would push her to do.
Which still happens today.
Yes. And so I feel like, in order for us to pursue what God has for us, we have to have crazy faith. We have to have boldness. We have to have we have to be crazy, you know, and they will call us crazy. And I'm okay with that. But the chronicle part is that we're going to share some of our most intimate stories with all of you.
Yeah.
And you're going to join us. And some of it, you know, there have been times where we've laughed. Lots of times where we've laughed.
You laugh. Yeah, we laugh all the time.
And there have been times where we've cried. And then you're going to see like moments of passion where we are talking to you from the innermost parts of us. You could feel the presence of the Spirit kind of like drawing in a conversation. None of this is written for the first time. You know, we've both been in different areas of ministry where we are scripted and there's an order. Not to say that this is out of order, but this is completely Spirit-led, completely genuine conversation between two friends that have been together for over 30 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that it's not scripted, and I love that Alexa keeps me on track because before every recording I will say, so what are we talking about today?
And I would just give her the look of death before every recording.
Every recording. And she just keeps me, we're just gonna let the Spirit do what the Spirit does.
And so we invite you to listen to us on your way to work, listen while you're in the shower. Also, you know, comment if something you feel like something is benefiting you, blessing you. We're here for your stories too.
Invite your friends, watch it together.
Watch it.
Y'all, I promise you, we laugh at ourselves. Like
I laugh at her most of the time.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
No, we just have a great time. And we are blessed to be able, had we started or tried to start a ministry together a long time ago, we wouldn't have had much to talk about.
No. We've evolved so much. In 30 years. God has grown us so much. In 30 years.
And we've been through a lot in 30 years. There've been many valleys. There've been mountaintops. There've been deserts. There've been lonely seasons. There've been victorious, winnings out there. So we invite you to join us on this great new project.
All right.
We're excited about, and it's going to be released, and we have a date.
All right. It is going to be... That's when you can find us on YouTube and
Spotify,
all the things.
All the things, yeah. So you could join us live, or you can hear us the next day, however it is most fitting for you, and we're excited. Yeah. We are completely excited.
And we can't wait to hear what the people think.
Yeah. You can write to us. We have our own email account, and you can find us on Instagram, Facebook. We're going to be everywhere. And you're going to see these two faces. And we're just excited. We're excited.
We are
It's been a long time coming. Help us spread the word. We need you to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes. Subscribe, like, comment.
Right.
Share.
Yes. Listen, We believe that our stories are God's way to reach his people.
Absolutely.
Period. Everything that we've ever been through in these last 30 years, and we're going to be talking about our childhood too, since birth, every story has been so important to God. And through us sharing, our hope is that you would share your story with someone else.
Absolutely.
So that others can be blessed and others can meet the one that you met on this road. So
let's go. So guys, we cannot wait for you to join us.
We'll see you then. Las Locas Chronicles.
Here we come.